Good morning and welcome to Daybreak. I'm Chris Hoffman.
And I'm Kelsey Metzger. Coming up on Daybreak, Pittsburgh hit the runway with some local designers for the 5th annual Fashion Week.
Plus, local college basketball coaches come together for a good cause. We also have your weekend weather outlook for the week ahead.
Daybreak starts right now.
Outside, it's been fall, but it's been pretty warm so far.
It has. It's been unusually warm, especially for Pittsburgh weather, Chris. But Brittany's over there right now to see what our morning outlook looks like.
Thanks, guys, for your temperatures for your morning commute. It's going to be about a high of 71 degrees, but even though it's in the 70s, you'll definitely need your rain jackets and umbrella. There's going to be some rain showers throughout the day and 15-mile-per-hour winds, so it'll be a little bit chilly. But temperatures are definitely looking more fall-like as of this morning. We'll take a look at your 7-day forecast later. Now let's send it over to Joe, who has the latest national headlines.
The United States and the Middle East allies have continued airstrikes against extremist group ISIS in Syria and Iraq. The last attacks have gone straight after the pocket of the terrorists by destroying oil fields that the group had taken over. On 60 Minutes this past week, President Obama said that the U.S. government had underestimated what has been happening in Syria during the civil war, saying that the country has become, quote, ground zero for jihadists around the world. Obama is not the only one sending mean words to the extremist group. While in Albania, Pope Francis publicly denounced how extremists around the world are, quote, perverting religion to justify violence. This is in the wake of the ISIS invasion of Karakush, which is one of the biggest Christian cities in Iraq. The people were given an ultimatum to either convert or die. The first case of Ebola has been diagnosed in the United States. The man reportedly had contact with up to 18 people, including some school-aged children. Doctors say that the chances of the disease being spread are very small, but people who the patient came in contact with will be monitored for the next 3 weeks. The mayor of Bell Garden, California, was shot and killed by his wife. Daniel Crespo was shot in his home by his wife, Lavette, after a domestic dispute. The motives behind the dispute are still unknown. After the couple's 19-year-old son intervened the argument, Lavette grabbed a gun and shot her husband multiple times in the upper body. Lavette Crespo was taken into custody, and charges have yet to be filed. That's all I have for national news. Let's send it over to Kelsey and Chris.
Cancer is a worldwide problem, and in the never-ending fight against cancer, local basketball coaches came together at Heinz Field to help raise money for research.
Coaches vs. Cancer began in 1993 and has since then raised more than $87 million. Daybreak reporter Tyler Jeske was at Heinz Field for the event.
Pitt, RMU, and Duquesne basketball coaches got together tonight at Heinz Field for a great cause, Coaches versus Cancer. Tonight, these coaches left the hardwood behind and took to the red carpet. Every year, the American Cancer Society and the National Association of Basketball Coaches team up for Coaches versus Cancer. The event raises money for cancer research.
I believe it brings a lot of awareness to an awful disease that really afflicts many of us and touches many of us through our family members and even more personally than that. To bring awareness in this way and to raise money the way that we do, I think it's a very, very worthwhile cause.
The basketball coaches from Pitt, Robert Morris, and Duquesne were all honored tonight. Another highlight was a silent auction that included signed Penguin jerseys and packages from other Pittsburgh sports teams.
These funds support the Society's mission of saving lives and creating a world with less cancer and more birthdays by helping people stay well, by helping people get well, and by finding cures and fighting back.
There was also a special appearance from Steelers Hall of Fame cornerback Mel Blount, who gave away an autographed football. Over the past few years, the event has raised over $87 million. Reporting from Heinz Field for Point News, I'm Tyler Jeske.
Well, Kelsey, that's another one of those great events done by the American Cancer Society. We already saw one they did earlier at Latitude 40, and there's another one there.
And Pittsburgh had the largest viewing party there too.
Now, straight ahead on Daybreak, construction, it's all around the city, it's all around campus. It seems to be just about everywhere, and we're going to tell you how it's affecting possibly your life on campus.
And Governor Corbett made a trip to Point Park. His investment to the arts community is coming up.